Good morning. Welcome to the session of Managerial Economics. Today's topic of discussion is elasticity of demand. In the previous session, we studied the law of demand, the factors influencing demand, and the exceptions to the law of demand. In today's session, we will discuss the concept of elasticity of demand. Earlier, we learned that the price and quantity demanded move in the opposite directions. When the price increases, demand decreases, and when the price decreases, demand increases. However, an important question arises: by how much does demand change when the price changes? This concept is explained through elasticity. Elasticity of demand measures the responsiveness or the sensitivity of a quantity demanded to the changes in price or other related factors. In simpler terms, elasticity is the ratio of the relative change in one variable to the relative change in another variable. The change in demand is not always proportional to the change in price. Sometimes, a small change in the price may cause a large change in the demand, while at other times, even a large price change may have little effect on the demand. Okay, we can say the price elasticity is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded different divided by the percentage change in the price. Okay, if whenever the price is reduced by 20%, suppose if the demand increased to 80%, then the price elasticity will be equal to 80 by minus 20, that is equal to minus 4. This means that the demand changes 4 times in the opposite direction to price. The value 4 is called the coefficient of elasticity. There are different types of elasticity of demand. In the previous lessons, we have learned that there are so many factors which affect the quantity demanded. One is that is of course the price, and the income, and cross elasticity, and substitution elasticity. And see now, accordingly, there are different types of elasticity of demand: price elasticity, income elasticity, cross elasticity, and substitution elasticity. Let us study each of them one by one. Price elasticity of demand refers to the extent to which the quantity demanded changes due to the change in price of the commodity. Based on the numerical values of the coefficient of elasticity, the degree of elasticity ranges from 0 to infinity and can be classified into 5 categories. First one is perfectly inelastic demand. In this case, the quantity demanded remains unchanged regardless of the changes in price or other factors. Here, this is the representation, graphical representation of the perfectly inelastic demand. Here, the y-axis we can plot the price, and x-axis is the quantity demanded. Okay, whenever the price increases or decreases, there is not much variation in the quantity demanded, and this is called perfectly inelastic demand. For this, the ED value, ED is equal to 0. Okay, and elasticity of demand is equal to 0. And the one good example we can take is take the example of insulin. Insulin is normally taken by the people for sugar issues. Okay, it is a life-changing, saving medicine, and it is normally taken by the sugar patients only. And the quantity, the amount consumed month after month, it will be the same. There won't be any much variation in the quantity demanded. Even though the price of this insulin increase or decrease drastically or reduce, there won't be any further consumption of insulin, because whatever the doctor prescribed, the people will go for that only. They will not buy more insulin or more packets of insulin. That's why this is a good example of perfectly inelastic demand, where the ED value is equal to 0. Second one is perfectly elastic demand, where the ED value is elasticity of demand is equal to infinity. See, suppose here we can see the representation, graphical representation. Here the price is listed and the demand is discreted. Whenever there is a slight change in the price, there will be a huge change in infinite. There is a maximum change in the quantity demanded. That is called perfectly elastic demand. Elastic means there is a slight or no slight change in the prices. There is a huge infinite changes in the demand. Okay, consumers are extremely sensitive to the price changes. Examples include goods in highly competitive market such as rice, wheat. Now, it is a perfectly competitive market. No, there are so many consumers. Many consumers are there, and very limited sellers are there. And these sellers, no, they won't have any much say in the market price. And whenever the one vendor they increases or decreases the price, by a little margin, then whole lot of people will shift to other vendor. They will buy rice from the other vendors. But if the price decreases by a small person, then people tend to buy infinity amount of rice or wheat. Another example is in during the festival season, people often tend to buy more costly items like diamond and gold, irrespective of the price variations. Now the third is unitary elastic demand, where the ED is equal to 1. That means this occurs when the percentage change in the quantity demanded is equal to the percentage change in price. Many food products may show unitary elasticity under certain conditions. Okay, here in this thing, you can see the percentage change. Suppose if you increase the percentage from a smartphone or some other item by 10%, and the unit is sold corresponding to that, the unit sold increases by 10%, there is no difference between the quantity demanded and price. That's why the elasticity of demand is equal to 1, that is unitary. And the fourth one is relatively inelastic demand. In this situation, demand changes only slightly even when the price changes significantly. Goods without close substitutes such as insulin generally have relatively inelastic demand. See, here in this thing, relatively inelastic, and there is a huge change in the price, proportionate change in the price, but there is very less change in the demand for that particular product. Now this value is equal to, again we have seen that elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in price. See, this is a percentage, price is huge but demand is less. So the ED value, elasticity of demand, will always be less than 1. Now the last and the fifth one is relatively elastic demand, where the ED value is greater than 1. Here the percentage change in the quantity demanded is greater than the percentage change in the price. See, here in this example, here in this graph, see, these are the price curve and this is the quantity, and see, there is a small change in the price, there is a huge change in the demand. Suppose there is a 10% change in the price, but there is a 20% change in the demand. A small change in the price leads to a large change in demand. Products with many substitutes such as smartphones, soft drinks usually have relatively elastic demand. Suppose we take the example of a smartphone. If the price of the smartphone increases by 10% or 10%, people generally will tend to buy similar phones from other vendors, or same parameters and everything from other the vendors. But if the price decreases, then the customers will tend to buy. The demand of the smartphone will be higher, and it is applicable for substitute products also. In the case of tea and coffee, if the price of tea increases, then automatically people will go for coffee. Okay, the demand for coffee will also increases. Okay, that is the classic example of relatively inelastic demand. Now, see, now we have covered the price elasticity and the degrees of elasticity of demand, and now we will see what is income elasticity. Income elasticity of demand is defined as the ratio of percentage change in quantity demanded to the percentage change in the consumer income. It indicates how demand responds to changes in the income. And in this also, income elasticity of demand also, there are different degrees of income elasticity. One is positive income elasticity, where the demand increases as income increases. When the income increases, the quantity demanded will also be increases. This applies to normal goods. Okay. Second one is negative income elasticity, where the demand decreases when income increases. This is common for inferior goods, like in the case of Bajra and Jowar. No, when people with less income, they will go for Bajra and Jowar. But when the people's income increases, no, why will they go for Bajra and Jowar? They will go for rice and wheat. The third one is zero income elasticity demands. It says that the demand remains unchanged even if the income changes. See, necessity, good example is equal to the necessity. The necessities such as salt are the examples. When the income increases, when the income changes, people will not buy more salt and more sugar. Okay, this is a classic example for zero income elasticity. The last one is cross elasticity of demand. Cross elasticity of demand measures the percentage change in the demand in one quantity to the percentage change in the price of a related quantity. According to Professor Watson, it is the percentage change in the quantity demanded associated with the percentage change in the price of related good. Okay, then this is the cross elasticity of demand. It is equal to percentage change in the quantity demanded of a commodity X divided by percentage change in the price of Y. Okay, now we can see the equation is equal to change in the quantity demanded divided by change in price changes into price of the original product divided by the substitute product divided by the demand of the original product. Okay, there are suppose we can take the example of tea and coffee. Price of tea rises from suppose rupees 4 to rupees 6 per cup. The demand for coffee rises from 50 cups to 40 cups. Okay, when the price of tea rises, then the demand for coffee, it rises from 50 cup to 90 cups. That means the cross elasticity is equal to the difference in the quantity demanded, that is 90 minus 50, that is 40, divided by the changes in the price, that is 2 into that 4 initial price 4 and the changed price initial that demand, that is 50, that is equal to 1.6. Cross elasticity is positive for substitute goods such as tea and coffee. It is high for close substitutes like Bata and shoes and Close-Up and Pepsodent toothpaste, or Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Cross elasticity is zero when the goods are unrelated, such as stainless steel vessels and aluminum vessels. But cross elasticity is negative for complementary products. In such cases, the increase in the price of one good reduces the demand for other. Suppose if we take the case of take the case of petrol car and petrol. Yeah, if the price of petrol car rises, prices of petrol car rise, then the demand for petrol car will go up, will go down. Demand will go down, and but correspondingly the demand for petrol will go down. Okay, then the price up, the price whenever the price of petrol car goes up, the demand for the petrol reduces. And another example is pen and ink. Whenever the price of pen increases, the demand for that ink which reduces. Okay, and this is all about the elasticity of demand. And once again I'll repeat the expression for income elasticity of demand. Income elasticity is equal to percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in income. That's why the elasticity of demand can be calculated by delta D, change in the income divided by change in demand divided by change in income, into that is income by demand. Suppose take the case, the original demand is 400 units and original income is 4000. No demand is 700 units and no income is 6000. Then the elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand is equal to 300, that is delta D, changes in demand divided by changes in income, into original income divided by original demand, that is equal to 1.5. Thank you so much.